Hi, my name's Melinda. Welcome to Your Body Detox Clinic's website. This little video is just to give you a brief overview on the different services that I have. I'm not going through all of them. I'm just going to go through coffee infusion, probiotic infusion, and the colonic. So it gives you an idea of what the difference is and which one that you need to book when you jump onto the online booking system. Okay, so starting off with, if you've never had a colonic before, that's the option you want to go for. Haven't booked in for an initial colonic. It's an hour-long treatment, and you're on for the colonic itself for anywhere from 30 to 35, 40 minutes. So it always is as long as I feel the client can handle. You're not going to be on there for any longer than you are happy with. And it's going to go all the way through the colon. So this is the colon here. It's the very last stage of your digestive system. And I like to call it a little bit of a dehydrating oven. So it's a slow cooking oven. And the job of this little oven here is to dry everything out so that you can go to the toilet pleasantly and eliminate the leftovers of your digestive system. So it's should be in there as long as you're excreting a nice, comfortable, normal bowel movement. If you're releasing rabbit droppings or diarrhea, or you're not going every day, then the chances are we've got issues with bacteria in there, we've got issues with stress, we've got other things going on. So the colonic will hydrate this little drying oven and enable you to absorb some of that water so that you go to the toilet more frequently. It also will help wash out any nasty bacteria, parasites, mold, yeast, all sorts of different things that are living in our colon that maybe are making you feel a bit bloated and uncomfortable and crampy. So a colonic is a really good option for you if you've never had one before. Please book the initial colonic only. Okay, that water is going to go all the way around the colon. It's filtered water, and it will either be warm or cold or a mixture of both, depending on what we're working on and depending on you and your bowel condition. And I'll work on that depending on what I see fit when you come in. So a lot of it is intuitive, and I work I've had many years of experience to start with, so it gives me a good grounding to know what I feel is ideal for my clients or not, and we work through that together when you come in. Okay, so I'm not going to go into much more detail about the colonics. I discuss all of that with you when you come in for your treatment. I just want to now move on to your probiotic option and the coffee option. So the coffee is done as either a standalone treatment or it's an added on extra. So if it's a standalone, it's an infusion enema, and it's a 30 minutes in and out of the clinic. So it's a short treatment. You can do that whether you've had no colonic or not. Doesn't matter. So if you want to not do a colonic and you just want to do a coffee infusion, go for it. That's fine. If you're adding it in to a colonic, then ideally try the colonic first, and then following treatments we'll start looking at infusing with coffee. I do my treatments differently here, so you might find that I work slightly differently to some of the other practitioners out and around Australia. I'm not going to divulge that on this video, but I do things in a different way to try and get the optimal results from that coffee going in. But it does involve you being on the therapy bed for a bit longer. So it can be anything up to about 50 minutes in total on the actual colonic machine with the coffee and the colonic going in. So keep that in mind when you're booking your coffee infused colonic. Okay, what's the coffee doing? Coffee is going into the sigmoid area here, and it's going to be absorbed for about 20 minutes, holding on. And you're going to start to open up it will start to infuse through the lining of the colon and work its way up through the portal vein, which is this blue vein here, and up to the liver. And that will then start to activate the liver, bile ducts will open up, swell open, and allow more toxins out of the body. So a little tip here, if you're going to do coffee enemas or infusions or colonics at home here, add in some toxin binders after you've done your treatment. So look at charcoal or bentonite clay, any of those sort of toxin binders to help grab hold of that coffee, or once you've added the coffee, grab hold of those toxins and carefully transport it out of your system. We don't want you reabsorbing it all. So binders are really important when it comes to detoxing in any way, really. Okay, so that's a coffee. Probiotic infusion. Now these are done after a colonic. So we do a colonic and then you go to the toilet, you get off, go to the toilet, finish off, and then you come back onto the treatment bed and do the probiotic. And again, it's another 15 to 20 minutes of holding that bacteria infused water. It will be cool, so you'll feel it sprinkling in through the sigmoid here, and you just hold it gently. I don't do anything during that period, just let you relax, and you lie there and just hold that in your sigmoid. Now, the idea of that is to repopulate and grow bacteria back into the colon. So all of those people out there that are saying, oh, you don't want to do a colonic because you wash out all the good bacteria, well, this kind of validates that and just enables you to reinforce, well, actually, I'm having an infusion with good bacteria after it. So you're kind of giving yourself a really good, healthy re-inoculation of good bacteria, which will grow exponentially from about 15 minutes onwards of being in you. So that's a really good option. Yes, you can do a probiotic infusion without doing a colonic. Again, same as the coffee, it's a 30-minute appointment and you're in and out. And it's a very gentle option. And I discuss options of you doing those, continuing to do those at home is also another way of increasing good bacteria in there. So that's the difference, really. I think I've gone through everything. Hopefully that gives you a bit of a window into options available to you. As far as nutrition goes, I don't discuss it in great detail on your colonic appointments, but there is a bit of guidance that happens obviously during your treatment, and I'm happy to go through that. But if you want a detailed nutritional plan or a detox plan, then it's best to add that in as well on your booking system, and there are options there available. Look forward to seeing you soon, guys, and I hope that gives you a bit of an idea of what you need to be booking in when you come in and see me. There is an online calendar on the website, so jump in and click on the Book Now button. See you soon.